Yo, so I just made this funny video on Instagram, taking the piss out of online business and taking the piss out of myself too, because there's some truth in it. Anyway, it's probably gonna bomb because I swore in the video, and that's what I hate. I hate the fact I've already ranted about this, but you say a swear word and like you don't get any reach because we don't want young people being exposed to the word fuck, but we're okay with their brains being rotted by an infinite scroll. So, yeah, I love media and social media too. I love the creative potential. I love the connective potential. I love that I make a living off it. It's wonderful. It's just that we also have to be able to take the piss. It's really important to be able to take the piss in any space that you're in. In fact, humor, being able to have a laugh and be subversive is one of the things that keeps any field alive and supple and not drinking its own Kool-Aid. It stops us from taking ourselves too seriously. And in fact, taking ourselves too seriously is often the reason why we get so miserable and why we get so stuck. It's like the character that we don't realize we're playing, the personality that we don't realize is restricting us, becomes too rigid and we can't shake out of it. I've spoken about this before, where a lot of people are focusing on trying to be more consistent, right? Now, consistency in the sense of forming healthy habits and taking care of your body, yes, is wonderful. But there is an issue here too, because change requires us to be inconsistent with how we have been. So there needs to be space for this inconsistency to be practiced. If inconsistency can't be practiced freely, then we're going to have a really hard time flexing and molding our personality to the needs of the present, and even sometimes just letting go of our sense of who we are to embrace what's new and fresh and emerging. So yeah, I'm looking forward to making more silly videos, talking more shit, swearing more, and I'm noticing that that's giving me a much deeper sense of drive to show up and to share my skills and my knowledge as a coach in the realm of movement, in the realm of relationship to the body, and in the realm of generating more energy, healthier relationships. For me, this process is relating to myself better. It's me modeling relating to myself better. And the more I do that, the less fearful I am about other people seeing me a particular way, because I'm already in love with who I am. I'm in love with myself not because everything about me is perfect. I'm in love with myself because being in love with myself is how I can be of greatest service to others, and it's how I can get out of my head. And I think that those two things are really, really good things. So of course I'm going to love myself. Further to that, this sense of levity and this sense of humor and this sense of self-love and unconditional acceptance for the ways that we want to express ourselves allows a certain integrity. It's like wherever you go, you can be kind to others because you're kind to yourself. You have space to be soft with other people's frustrations and inconsistencies because you're actually using your own to make something beautiful. So you don't see these things anymore as big problems to overcome, and you're not threatened by inconsistency in others because you're actually embracing inconsistency in yourself. And I think that maybe in the short term, this creates a little bit of chaos, but in the longer term, I think it creates a deeper sense of satisfaction, wonder, safety, robustness, spontaneity in life. If we look at the idea of spontaneity or consistency in reference to health and vitality, when people are healthiest and most vital, they're also most spontaneous and consistent. So the more vital an organism is, the more it's thriving, the more willing it is to try different ways of relating to things and to try different ways of doing things. In fact, when we're vital, when we're thriving, when we're resource abundant, we actually function as if our IQ is higher. We function with more intelligence. We're better at recognizing and connecting patterns and breaking patterns. When we're resource scarce, when we're not doing so well, and when we're not relating to ourselves in that flexible way, we're actually suppressing our own intelligence, and our IQ drops. And there's studies done on this. There's studies done on how IQ rises as income rises because of the abundance and because of the ability to think in different ways and to approach problems in different ways. So I think humor, inconsistency, levity, but coming from a place of truthfulness and love, acceptance of the self, actually dissolves a lot of these really complicated, dark problems that people end up facing that cause them to then act out in more harmful ways. It's suppression we need to worry more about than anything, both in terms of health, the internal world, illness, and in terms of our relationships with others. If we can't be open and if we can't be a little bit messy from the start, then we're going to end up trying to sweep things under the rug, and they're going to rot there and they're going to come out later as a bad smell. So yeah, really, really important, especially in a world where you're being validated for particular things in the online world, but not necessarily for all things. It's important that you give yourself that validation first so that you can show up with a level of transparency and really step into your gifts. So yeah, just a quick one today. Hope you guys are having just heading into the weekend. Once again, I'm reminded that YouTube is evergreen, so fuck yeah, you guys could be watching this on the Monday. Anyway, much love, and I will speak to you soon.